Hey, welcome back tuning into this evening's update. We're doing the 4th Christmas update for 2015 this evening. Done 3 updates so far. The first 2 were quite cold, and then the last one, the 3rd update we did a couple of nights ago, that was a milder and very westerly, Atlantic-driven and stormy Christmas update. So we'll see what the 4th one is going to show in a moment. But before I go on with that, just to say about the ads, there's links to articles on the page of Gas Office. Have a browse widgets and click through the links to any articles that you're interested in. And thanks very much for doing that. There's video ads on most of the pages which open out within the content when you've watched them. They'll close back up again. So we'll help to pay for the website. And the Christmas shop is open. So if you've got any Christmas shopping to do at Amazon.co.uk between now and Christmas, all you have to do is click the button. It'll take you to the Christmas shop at Gasworthy's. And then from there, we've got a search widget where you can either search for the item that you want to buy, or alternatively, and perhaps more easily, just click through the Amazon banners and go directly to Amazon.co.uk. When you get there, you can just do your Christmas shopping as you would normally do at Amazon. But because you've gone from Gasworthy's to Amazon, we get a revenue fee on the things that you're purchasing. So you don't have to do anything different except for clicking through the Amazon banners before you start your shopping. And thanks very much for doing that. So we're using, as you know, I'm sure by now, the CFS V2 9-month forecast from the website meteoseal.fa. You can find the link to Meteoseal on the links page. This was generated midday. Yes, we always use the midday run. It was generated midday yesterday, the 7th of November. There's always a 24-hour delay on these charts going through to Meteoseal. So let's get on with it and see what the 4th update is going to have in store. So we're starting off on the 10th of December with high pressure to the south of us and low pressure to the north. So we're in a classic westerly, southwesterly flow. It's mild as well, mild air being dragged up around the top of that high pressure. We run through into the 11th, 12th of December, and the high pressure recedes and pulls out into the Atlantic. So going up to the 13th of December, we get quite a big cold snap taking place. So normally plunged about with the high pressure out through the middle part of the Atlantic. And yeah, that's a bitterly cold northerly wind coming down, and that will be bringing snow showers to the north and the east of the country. And there'll also be some low temperatures as well, particularly at night, with some hard overnight frost. This isn't a block scenario, though. This high pressure is not going up towards Greenland or the North Pole. So a cold snap, yes, but fairly quickly that will start to break down. And already by the time we get through to the 14th of December, we're seeing signs of a high pressure toppling. It's a classic toppler. High pressure begins to topple south and allows milder air to begin to return around the top, cutting that northerly wind off. That's a very standard cold snap in terms of what we get in the British Isles during a normal British winter. So the 15th of December, and we've got high pressure sitting just to the southwest of us, but mild air is returning around the top of that high pressure, so it's warming up, probably bringing a lot of cloud and murk around the top of that high pressure as well. Running on into the middle part of December, the high pressure goes increasingly to the south, allowing westerlies to start to return. This is running up towards the 17th, 18th of December, so mild westerly winds are coming in across the country. Quite a long fetch southwesterly there, that's very mild, I'm not sure about that. But anyway, the westerlies are coming back, so it's turning mild and also probably quite wet. Bands of rain came through the country, could be quite windy as well, of course, with those Atlantic winds returning. We get through to the 19th and the 20th, and high pressure then starts to build back up from the south. So high pressure is taking over here up to the 21st, leading up to Christmas. It's in a mild position, though. It's centred across central parts of Europe. It's following the isobars back. The air is going down towards Spain, Portugal, that sort of area. So it's mild air being dragged up. Could be mist and fog, of course. May get an inversion or something like that, which is it's colder on the surface than it is a lot. But overall, that's a mild setup, and mainly dry as well. Could be some rain, of course, across Scotland, but generally quite mild running up towards Christmas. So this is the 22nd of December, and again, we're bringing up these southerly winds. It is generally a mild scenario going up to Christmas, and moving into Christmas Eve, we see this, a very mild Christmas Eve. This would be, if you follow the isobars back again, the air is originated from the Azores, North Africa maybe even. So this is probably going to be very, very mild Christmas if this was to come off. There is risk of rain in the north and west, but many places will actually be dry, but very, very mild temperatures would be possible with that one on Christmas Eve. Moving through to Christmas Day, we're probably bringing some sort of a weather front through across the country. Zip chart for midday Christmas Day, probably bringing the weather front, bringing the band of rain, but again, it's very mild, especially in the south, turning a little bit cooler. Up in the north, it would be virtually snowless for Christmas Day if that came off like that. And then we get through into Boxing Day, and no real change. We're in slightly cooler air mass, so there's a lot of dry weather going on here for all of the main Christmas days. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, lots of dry weather. It's a little bit cooler though for Boxing Day, so it will feel a bit more seasonable for your Boxing Day walk. But overall, lots of dry weather and starting very mild, becoming cooler. Running up towards New Year, this is 28th of December, and the westerlies are coming back again. So no sign of any cold weather with this one. Again, it's another mild update. Westerlies returning through the 29th of December, bringing wet and windy weather back in off the Atlantic. And then finally going up to New Year, this is the 30th of December, moving through to New Year's Eve. Again, very unsettled, another deep area of low pressure coming in here on New Year's Eve, bringing potentially quite stormy weather if that came off, but of course it's too far away for that kind of detail. And then a little bit colder actually for New Year's Day, so we start 2016 on a slightly colder note with northerly winds possibly bringing some wintry showers into the north and the east of the country, a more seasonable feel. And running on through the first few days of 2016, that high pressure takes over. Looks like it's trying to go to Scandinavia, but it never really comes off. But it's certainly significantly colder there through the first few days of 2016. Would at the very least some hard overnight frost and quite a big change compared to what's happening over Christmas, because it's a very mild Christmas being indicated on this fourth update. So averaging it out, we've done 4 updates so far. We've had 2 that were quite cold, the first and second updates, and then 2 that are mild, the third and fourth updates. This one is nowhere near as stormy as the last update, though. The third update was a very wet and stormy update. This one nowhere near as bad as that, so you don't like stormy weather, it's not anywhere near as bad as that. Just generally a very mild spell through the second half of December being indicated on this particular update. So I think we're all square really, too cold, too mild. We'll see where we go on the 5th update. Remember, the idea behind this is that we keep monitoring it, and over time we should see patterns and trends emerging, and see the way the model is generally going for this period. So we'll do the 5th update. Will it be cold? Will it be mild? We'll probably do it on Tuesday or Wednesday. Keep an eye on my Twitter feed to see when the next one will be. Alright, that's it for now, and thanks for watching.